I begin today by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, traditional custodians of the land on which this podcast is recorded today. Also pay respects to the elders past and present, and extend that respect to any other Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander people who may be listening today. This is Melanated in Melbourne, a podcast designed to give an insightful look into the Australian lifestyle from the lens of two Black American besties.
Welcome back, Melanation. I'm Adam.
I'm Alison.
And I'm Ri'chard.
And this is Melanated in Melbourne.
Melanated in Melbourne. We're back at home, as you can tell. But we don't have Nicole. Unfortunately, she's once again working, sleeping, being a badass bitch somewhere else. But we've got our good baby Adam, and we also have a special guest with us today.
Hello.
Would you like to introduce yourself?
I don't know what to say.
Well, we have Alison in the booth today. It is a glorious public holiday, and I do have something to say about this public holiday because we talked about the last one as well. Victoria itself, and Australia as a whole, I feel is like one of the rich districts in the Hunger Games. Mm-hmm. And I say this often because where else do you have a public holiday for the day before a footy game, and also a day off of everything for horses?
So on a Tuesday as well?
On a Tuesday. It's always the first Tuesday of every November, and they will always be like, oh, hey, the government's going to shut down for these rich people to get drunk at a race course and...
Wear nice dresses.
And throw up and get in fights. But if we did it, the game, it would be over. It would have been over so long ago. And again, I'm not complaining about it because like my first acting gig was to do an ad for it because I'm going to take the money. But... It's dystopian, and I'm going to stand by that. How do we feel about the horse races?
You know what? Let the people do what the people do. Me, I'm going to mind my business. I'm going to take the day.
Yep.
I'm going to do what I need to do.
Yep.
Clean the house, reset, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.
I didn't even know it was for horses. I had cup day, and I just thought it was like a cup. like some sort of trophy, something was happening. I didn't know it was to do with horses.
What do you know now? Do you know what it is now?
I know there was a really famous horse from New Zealand that's in the museum. He was really big.
Wait. Is that... So...
Wait. Okay.
Oh, did you not mean horse knowledge?
No, we're talking about the Melbourne Cup.
What do you know about cup tea?
What do you know about horses?
I know about this really big horse in New Zealand.
At a zoo.
I know Poseidon is over the horses, and he's like the reason that seahorses exist. Well, we don't have Greek mythology.
It's so ironic because my whole weekend was Greek mythology.
No, it was Icarus, and he flew too close to the sun, and that's why he's still recovering. We're gonna give Adam grace; he's still recovering. But today, this glorious public holiday, I thought it'd be a really fun idea to come back to talk to dating because we talked about it in season 1, and our guests at the time were two Black American males. So it's good to get a new perspective. Like time has passed, people have grown, people have progressed, and also dating is hell. Dating is always going to be hell. There's pee in the water. There's also poison and some glass as a treat.
But we still drink it.
But we still drink it because people are thirsty. Speaking of thirst, someone said something about Sniffies?
Guys, diabolical. The gays are out of control is all I gotta say.
It's true.
It's out of control. I remember I would always argue with my mom and be like, no, men aren't like this. You're giving them too many excuses. They're not just like wired like that. There is no way. And then I saw Sniffies.
Where did you see it? I need to know the concept.
Was it an ad? Was it a friend that was telling you about
it? I have friends. And this one friend was really excited about it. And they're like, have you seen this? And I'm like, why would I have seen this? For those of you that don't know, and I don't even know that much, so I'm going to rely on the experts.
I'll take it if you miss anything. Go for it.
But Sniffies is basically a web-based app, and it's got a map, and on your profile, you've either got your dick or your asshole. Those are the two options. Mm-hmm. So every person's profile and the way that you associate with people are by their genitalia. And you click on a person and then you meet up and
you do the do.
Story is all this time.
It's the digital version of cruising. A lot of people know about Grindr already, but Sniffies is like, you don't need to have a conversation. One of my friends, and I won't name drop him because he would hate that I'm telling the world about this. Whenever he moves to a new city, he checks Sniffies to see the concentration of gays where they live.
Oh my God.
And it's like, oh, this is a good area because the gays are picky. Like, I mean, obviously not sexually, but gays are picky in a lot of their things. So it's like, oh, this is a good place with a lot of coffee, a lot of gyms, it's a high concentration of gays is why it's like, okay, cool, I'm gonna live nearby here. Even though the fact that he also is actively using sniffies, look, convenience is what it is. I'm not gonna shade his game. It's not for me personally. But you know what? I love that for him. Adam, have you used sniffies?
I actually only found out what Sniffies was this week.
No.
Really? Like, I am so new to this. I'm not on it, just to clarify. But
No shame. No
there's
shame.
no one's judging.
it's like I was given the tutorial, and I'm not going to drop the name of who showed me, but
Call
they...
him Phil.
Phil. So, oh no, that brings so many bad memories of Phil's. But yeah, so Phil showed me Sniffies, and the most disconcerting part about this was they went onto someone's profile, and all it was a picture of a hole, and they were like, oh, they're doing good today. And I was like, how have you recognized this man's hole?
I thought you were saying they're doing good today because it was like stretched out and she was busy.
Are those the type of
High
pictures that show?
traffic. I don't know. I've never been on Sniffies either because the way in which I gave up on Grindr 4 years ago for my sanctity and my sense of self. Because like Grindr came up as soon as like the smartphones did. So like as soon as I was like 20 years old, Grindr exploded. I'm like, oh my God, it's so much easier to find gays. And for the 10 years that followed that, I regretted all of it. There's a handful of connections that I really enjoyed from Grindr, and I even got engaged from someone I met on Grindr. So it is possible to find those connections. Yeah, like the big relationship was initially from Grindr, but 95% of the time it's like, hole, you up, hung, looking, BBC, and it's like
No, but wait, talk about the no blacks.
Yes, exactly.
No yellows.
Yeah,
No blacks, no
whites,
femmes, no Asians.
no rice, no spice.
Yeah.
Like, yes. For the first few years of Grindr, you could filter by ethnicities. And when they took it off, people were like, oh no, how can I discriminate? Let me put it on my profile. Like, I want everyone to know that I'm a racist right up front. So my people can find me. And like, you know what? It makes sense. Like, I'd rather you tell me up front than me bring you home and I find out that you are racist. And it's like, oh, you're one of the good ones. Like, you're gonna die tonight. This is where you end. So, yeah, I guess it's a sideways step from Grindr because like it's not up, it's not down. It's just horny.
I think I'd be more inclined to use it if it wasn't web-based. Like, there's just something about having to open a browser. I just don't enjoy it. Like, where's the user
Like,
experience?
I have an iPhone. I would like to be on Sniffy as well, traveling like Pokemon Go. I'd like to find the holes.
You get a great ball.
Don't kill me.
So before we get to the actual conversation of dating, would you like to give a brief overview of your origin story before we dive straight into the nit and gritties?
All right, cool. Born in Zimbabwe, grew up around Southern Africa, so moved around a lot as a child. Moved to Australia when I was 16. So I finished high school, did uni, started working here. And what sparks me joy is relational justice. I'm just really passionate about that kind of like hyperfixation in every part of my life, unfortunately, but fortunately.
I would say, like, it's when you have that strong sense of justice, it's like, this is not going to drive me mad at all. It's like, I love this. This is great.
At the back of my head every day.
Yeah. So how do you find your peace with that? Because obviously you can't do that nonstop because you'll burn yourself to a crisp. But how do you find your breaks? How do you refill your own cup with taking on the world at the same time with
Creativity, doing something that is expressive, but maybe not as systemic. Maybe something that is still feeding and satisfying that burning passion for justice through storytelling. I used to make content, I write, I dance. I also like collecting hobbies. Yeah. Collecting hobbies. Right now, I'm learning, right now I'm learning how to play the harmonica.
Do you not just blow?
Don't worry about it, no.
You know, there's a science to it. This is like, do you blow into a saxophone? It's like, well, yes, but there's finger work too. Little sliding action. But also, you know what? It's fitting for the topic.
Yeah,
I will leave it there. So what kind of other things have you done besides playing the harmonica?
I just recently had my debut in the spoken word scene here, and Ri'chard was there.
Yes, I was. And I was leading straight. I didn't want to like, and then you did this. I'm like, what else did you do? which was absolutely fantastic. Literally got chills. My friend Ellie and I were able to attend, and it was fantastic. How did you get involved with that project? Was it just like a call out, or was it a collaborative effort?
It was actually a BIPOC incubator program that's run by one of my friends, Grace, and she brings together established artists that are BIPOC, and then you apply as a BIPOC artist who is in development to be trained and to be mentored by these established artists in a whole bunch of artist fields. So there was singing and songwriting, spoken word and storytelling, and then dance as well. Mm-hmm. And it's by BIPOC people, for BIPOC people. Her name is Kwabo, and it was called the Kwabo Incubator Program. And it was really transformational, and it was one of those things where you're like, I've been writing since I was 14. I begged my parents for a diary, like a pink one with like a lock on it. One of those locks that didn't even lock, but it was the idea of having a lock. I was like, please. And they eventually got me, and I'd write my deepest, darkest secrets.
I hate Jennifer.
Denzel's the worst. And I never stopped writing from that point onwards. Anything that comes to me, if I'm sitting outside and I'm especially present in the moment, I'll try and capture the experience of existing in that moment in language.
Well, that's so important, because like it's an artist's job to reflect the times that they're living in, and storytelling is the way to do that, because history will always be remembered by the oppressor, like how they decide the history books are written, but storytellers will be given the emotional feel, like this is what's happening to people on the ground, not people in charge. So it's always so important. Storytellers are continue to tell the story, even when humor is hard and scary.
I'm not even gonna lie, I almost puked. I was sick to my stomach. It was 1 week before the performance, and I was like, I don't think I can do this. You mean tell my feelings to like
Scary though. It must have been so scary.
It was such a full room too. Like there was well advertised. All the seats were filled. It was huge. So that would have been a massive achievement. Have you not done live performances like that before?
No, never anything personal.
Yeah.
You know, like this was
it was like you're bearing your soul.
You know, it's for everyone to see.
Yes.
And I don't even know you. Y'all are strangers.
Yeah.
I hardly tell my mom this shit.
It's like I'm learning some new things. Things that
I bet it was like super releasing though, like just to be able to do that. And like once you were done, just like know all these people have this insight into what you're feeling in that moment when you created it.
Yeah.
It was definitely contagious. There was a lot of fire reference, a lot of fire symbolism, and like a lot of raising your voice and just getting into the moment. It was very encapsulating. I gave you flowers, and we're giving you flowers again now.
Thank
Absolutely
you.
Fantastic. Excuse me. I gotta have some more of my tea.
Sip break.
Delicious tea. How did we meet? Because like I know we met probably when we started working on the same floor, but did we meet at one of my shows?
Yes, I came to your first live show.
Yeah.
And
because I remember seeing your face and you came like, hey, did you just do? And I'm like, I did. And
literally like the next week or 2 weeks later, I started the job, and I was like, hold up a second. I just saw this, man.
And so Al came to our first live show in February, and then we started working the same place. Like February, March, no?
March, yeah. I started in March in this role, and only other black person on the floor. We're like, what are we doing?
In Australia?
That's crazy.
What are we doing here? But you have to not make it suspicious. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can't be too close, because otherwise it looks like it's you versus them.
Yeah. It's like, what are you all plotting for? Like, anytime we try to go for lunch, like, you want to go to lunch? It's like, oh yeah, just wait around the corner. Like, I'll meet you downstairs.
Seiko would come from the elevator, and then you'd go out.
Yeah.
You down the staircase.
It was unnecessary, but it was also so necessary. And I've been talking about doing another dating episode for ages, and it's actually been about 2 years since the first one. And I wanted to have more perspective. I wanted to have a broad experience. But one of the reasons that I'm actually doing the acting is the conversation we had at one of those lunches where we were walking around the park and we were just like talking shit about next steps. Because I was looking at doing more government jobs and like, everything's really scary and uncertain. And you're like, well, you don't have to do that. You could just enjoy the time in between. Like, and you were telling me, I think your sister was doing a hand modeling thing. And Nicole had been trying to get me to do this for ages, but it's always that second opinion. It's like, your friends will always say like, oh yeah, well, it's like, I barely knew Al at the time. I'm like, you know what? Why not? Like, that's at least two opinions. Like, that extra push is what, I've now done 10 gigs in the last 3 months of like acting and shit. So it's like, thank you for the push. And I knew like all of our conversations have been very fun and engaging, and I knew they would be great for the show. And are you still doing content for your podcast? Did you want to plug yours?
No,
No?
girl fell off.
Ooh.
Girl fell. Tell them how difficult it is.
Oh no, it's awful. It is hell. It is very much hell.
I'll come back. Go check it out. There are episodes. It's titled "Does This Make You Uncomfortable?" and it's with a close friend of mine. We record in my house and we just talk about everything that's taboo and undiscussed with different perspectives. And it's really comforting and cute. It feels like a girls' night.
Yeah, beautiful.
It's cozy and cute, and I love it. So go check out the episodes that are out. I can't promise any more will be out.
No promises, but again, it's still there. You
But
can
it's
always
still
come back. You can always come back to it, and I know this episode is going to be great. So you will be available in your storytelling capacity in multiple phases. So definitely check it out, and happy to have you. But what about you? Like, we already given your origin story, but how have you found dating here? Like, highs, lows, especially compared to the UK.
Yeah, so I actually love dating. It's like, I see it, it's a hobby I like. But it's kind of weird because I've only been single in Australia. I've been here for what, like, how many months are there in a year? 12. Maybe like 15 months I've been.
That's like, this is crazy.
This man is like trying to do math. Like, how many months in a year? I'm like, baby girl, open the schools.
I knew the answer. I got there myself. Yeah, so I've been here for like 14 months and I've only been single for 5 of them. So what I've been trying to do is pack in as much as possible. I think the most I've been able to do is 5 dates in a weekend, which was fun.
In a weekend?
Yeah, in a weekend, 2 days.
I thought you were going to say in a week. Like, a weekend is insane.
Yeah, well, technically 3 days because it was Friday night, Saturday morning, Saturday evening, Sunday morning, Sunday evening. And like, I think that's how I
You're not tired?
Because I'm tired for you.
It's a genuine question. Because you only have the space in between to recoup.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, Adam is a machine. I will say that. And I was like, I'll be at home. Now that I'm booed up, I'm like, I remember that life, but
Yeah.
the trenches.
You have to. It's all about numbers. You have to get through the quantity. You've got to
Not
find.
your stats.
I honestly am thinking of doing like a little bar chart just to see where the progression lies and see where everyone is stacking up. But compared to England, it is so much easier to date here. But I would say people are less serious about dating here. So in England, if you go on a date, you are fully going on that date with the idea that you are only going on a date with that one person, and the perspective is to get married or to get very serious. Whereas here, when I was on Hinge, so many people had short-term relationship in their bio, and I was like, what does that mean?
Yeah, even to this
What
day.
does that mean?
So I had the, I guess, pleasure of having a short-term relationship last year, and it's essentially, you know, an end is going to happen. Maybe you're moving, maybe you're doing something else. Like, I want to enjoy this for what it is, but this is not, we're not doing this. Like, say I'm moving to Sydney in 4 or 5 months, and like, I don't want to be here by myself being all lonely and shit, but you know I'm leaving. If you're happy for that, then we can play boyfriends, we can play partners, we can do whatever. And then knowing it's going to end. You'll probably be devastated at the end because like your feelings are still involved, but you know it's an end.
Yeah.
Is what my one experience of a short-term relationship has been.
That
Like,
still hurts.
oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So y'all signing yourselves up for like
Well, see, that's the
pain.
thing. That's the thing. In this situation,
kiss and sealed.
I gave a Ri'chard light relationship because I know you're leaving and I'm staying. I don't want to give you my everything, and then you're like, "We new adventure," and I'm here like, it's a
The light is crazy. Ri'chard light.
Listen, you give
even your light initially.
No, Ri'chard light. Like, you get a bridge version because I'm not going to give you everything.
Yeah.
If I see it forever, you can have it all. Like, I take care of my friends, I take care of my relationships.
Yeah.
Like, I put my everything in because I hope that they will give it back. I don't expect me from other people, but if I know this is not a forever, why am I giving you the full package? You're not paying for that. Like, you didn't pay for the full subscription, baby. Like, this is a trial run. Enjoy
Short-term,
it.
really.
Right. It's a short-term relationship.
Short-term.
Enjoy your trial subscription to the
It's like a short-term contract. Like, you're signing up for
It's like, you know enough about the job, but now you
3
gotta go.
months. In, out.
Genuinely. So, I mean, that's my experience in short-term relationship. The definition I've looked at multiple times, and I don't fully understand it, but a lot of people are very temperate here. I will fully agree with you there.
That's crazy. Because like I'm literally dating for a visa. So I'm dating to get married. But obviously you can't go into a date saying that.
No, of course not.
So I'm just, if someone asks me about my visa status, I'm like, yeah, so there's a couple of ways I can stay in the country. You might be one of them.
And I think that's so real. One of our friends is in a similar situation, also American. And when I was moving here from America 8 years ago, there'd be so many Australians who would like dangle that carrot because they'd be like, hey, we could get married, ha ha ha. And again, in America, we're also very serious about dating. So if you say that, I'm like, that's very intense, but you know what? I'm intense. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And then you find out that they're not actually that intense. They just are bored. They're honestly bored. They want to engage with the new person because, especially in this queer male spaces, it's like everyone has already been with everyone else in some capacity. It's like, oh, you're new.
Yeah, different.
I want you to pay attention to me as opposed to the entire sea of people of option that you have. So we could get married. I may not mean it. We may not even get that far, but I want you to be looking at me like that.
So you're getting played.
Not me.
I mean,
I'm not getting offers.
I got a passport. I didn't get played.
Oh, congratulations.
So true, so true.
Hallelujah.
Cheers to you.
I mean, it was actually love, but that man was also crazy. Like, and it wasn't the fun crazy. It's like, I earned that shit. Like, by no means was like, I did it. I did my time. 12 years of it.
Universe. Universe, I want that, but without the crazy.
Like, the best we can give you is trauma and a passport. Like,
if you're gonna get it.
Like, honestly, what about you, Alec? How's your dating experience been here? And did you date in South Africa before coming
No,
here?
I was too young.
Yeah.
I mean, like, I had
Yeah, a little crushes. Yeah.
Nothing crazy. It's so interesting that you both say that the culture is different in London. Did you say London? No,
England, yeah, it's all the same.
England and the US, because my dating experience has been in Australia, and for me, it's just like it's not. I know people aren't serious.
You're validating
Like
everything.
I know people aren't serious here, and that the dating culture is completely different.
Yeah.
You really have to be asking, what's your intention?
Yes, I have been telling people that you have to ask, like, what do you want here? Like,
Yeah.
Because if I'm also looking to fool around, if I'm not looking for anything, cool, I'll tell you up front. But some people like will give you the boyfriend experience, and I'm like, I'm just vibing. I just enjoy the connections. I was avoiding eye contact with these. You kept looking at me.
What happened?
It just reminds me. There was one morning, I had a guy stay over here. We'd been on like a couple of dates, and they're not from Australia. So like for me, that's like, it's not going anywhere. Like there's no card there. They were also from England, and it's like, if I want to get with an English guy, I can go back home and do that.
Yeah.
And there was one morning, he stayed over, and I made him breakfast, because I just think that's a polite thing to do.
Yeah.
And I'm just a nice person. And then he went, and like, everything was cool, and Ri'chard was like, what are your intentions with this man? because
Genuinely, like, because in
What are we
Australia,
doing here?
you don't make breakfast for people unless it's serious, and they don't do serious. Like, you're like, all right, that was fun. Get out of my house.
It's very low effort.
Yeah.
Very low. It's actually subpar.
It is. It is. But I think you underestimate how unserious everyone else is. Because if you make breakfast for somebody, they're like, oh, he absolutely went home and told all his friends he made breakfast for him.
like, he's insane.
He absolutely went home and like, oh my god, this boy, I didn't think it was serious, but he made me breakfast this morning. He's obsessed with me. Oh my god, girls, we did it.
And then suddenly you're blocked and delete.
Right. Oh, actually, how did that instance turn out for you, since you're telling the story?
So I'm trying to think where that's at. See, this is why I need a bar chart.
Would you like me to remind you? Because I'm the historian of my friend group. I can tell you how that one...
I'm pretty sure I saw him on Friday.
This Friday?
Yeah, at the Halloween event. And like,
Oh.
had a little kiki, had a little dance, had a little kiss. And yeah, I think it's in a good place.
Okay.
I think I'm ready to file.
File?
Yeah, file it.
What?
File it away? It's like, this case is closed.
It ended nicely.
Well, I distinctly remember an instance where you ran into him, was like, oh, there's confusion about what was happening there. Because you just jumped to the good part, like nothing else happened in the middle. And that's why I asked you, how did it end?
So the problem with me is I'm very vague. I'm a very vague person. Like half the time I don't even know what's going on in my mind or what I want. I just know what my end goal is, but I know that's like 2 years away. So in the meantime, I just like to be free and float around and do what I want to do. There was like a conversation where I was just getting incredibly busy. It may have been because I had 5 dates in a weekend.
Yeah.
But like,
time?
yeah, exactly. And like, I have to somehow sleep. So I can't even remember the details of the conversation, but I remember him saying like, oh, well, I'll just see you when I see you. Like, it's cool. And then he was like super drunk the night before, and he was apologizing for being really drunk. And I was like, it's fine. Like, this works for me.
So if I had been made breakfast by a boy and then it was like, I guess I'll just see you when I see you. And then like if he has feelings that are festering and it's like, oh, I'm so sorry, I'm so drunk, I embarrassed myself. I was like, no, it's whatever, I don't care. I would have jumped off a cliff. And I was like, what in the mixed signals is this?
But I feel like you're slipping into us dating culture perfectly. I think you're playing this game really well. I'm like, yeah, checks out. He checks out, yeah.
Australian government, make me a citizen, please. I'm really good at
He's
this.
already passed his Australian citizen test. Like, how do you ghost someone politely? I'll see you when I see you.
Because dates can't be, I mean, breakfast can't be synonymous with a relationship. Surely not.
No.
Surely not.
Well, no, but if it was from the night before and you slept over and then you make breakfast before you send them away, that's essentially a second date.
It is an extra layer. It's an extra
It's
layer
essentially a
of
second
care.
date because you're having the food, you're having more chats. Like, say we went to dinner, we got drinks, whatever, and you stayed over. We had sex, we didn't have sex, what have you. If we stay the night over, it's like, all right, cool, it's a fresh day, and now you're still here, and we're still chatting, and we're still eating over food, because a lot of people are scared of the word date here. Like, if you're interested in a person, and you hang out in any capacity, it's a date. It doesn't have to be a sit-down dinner. It could be going for a hike. It could be cleaning some shit. Like, anything you do with one-on-one with the person that you're interested in is technically a date.
Yeah.
So if you've gone to sleep and you woke up, we're making breakfast, whether we did it together, whether you're cleaning while I eat, whether you're talking and providing entertainment while I cook, that's still a date as well. So like you've now had 2 dates in a row with a person.
Okay.
And heaven forbid you go get drinks and go to brunch as well.
I'm starting to realize I'm the problem.
Shame, I'm the problem with you.
Baby, look.
This is therapy right now.
I said. I don't see any problems here.
This is actually a double intervention. I want the dating episode to tell you both.
I'm like, we're just hanging out. Like,
I'm just making you breakfast. Don't you want to be nourished? Like, I'm setting you out with it. You know? I'm feeding myself, so I'm just making you a little bit.
yeah, because so am I supposed to eat? Do I send them home before I eat, or do I
Where
like
do you
make?
send them? How do you even send them
So
home?
that's the thing. A lot of people don't let them sleep over. A lot of people don't let hookups sleep over. If it's just a hookup, if it's just physical, you don't stay the night. So if you stay the night, it's like, oh, this is nice and intimate because me personally, you can't be in my bed disturbing my sleep because I don't know you that well.
Yeah,
I don't know how you
agreed.
sleep. And if I've got shit to do tomorrow and you're messing with my sleep cycle, we're going to fight about it. When I first started dating my partner, the first time he stayed over, we were talking till 3 a.m. and I'm like, I have work in the morning. I had to be in the office, but I liked him, so I let him stay. And he's like, oh, I got to go. I can't stay the night. I'm like, all right, then you can leave. Like, because like, oh, I can't sleep over. This man sleeps in my bed like every other night now. He's like, I can't sleep at other people's houses. It's whatever. I'm like, okay, then go. Like, if you can't stay the night,
The door?
then you're welcome to go.
Or the window.
But if I enjoy your vibe, I enjoy your energy, if I can sleep comfortably, because like it's a stranger in your bed.
Yeah,
Like,
agreed.
I need to be comfortable in my own house. If it's a stranger in my bed, I don't know if you're going to kill me in my sleep, you're going to rob me if I don't feel good about you.
Agreed.
But if I feel good about you and I want you in my space, I'm like, oh, I feel good about you. I want to keep you around for more dates, for more engagements, more interactions. So if I could make you breakfast, you didn't fuck up my sleep, so here's your reward. As opposed to, all right, time to get going. See you later.
Shame, so why do you sleep over?
I just love sleepovers.
Oh,
Like,
you like cuddles?
no, not even that. Like, I think it's because I'm very good at sleeping. So like, no matter what happens,
Adam can sleep. Adam can
Yeah.
sleep. I thought I could sleep. Adam can sleep.
I can sleep through anything. I am a very deep sleeper. You could be watching the loudest movie ever. I'll drop off. Like,
Okay.
I'm really good at sleeping. So I think because it's never really disturbed my sleep, I don't mind being in other people's beds. Like, the location doesn't matter. The thread count doesn't matter. I woke up in pools of sweat and like been like, oh, that was really good and refreshing. Like,
Was it your sweat?
I hope so. But it wasn't my sheet, so it's fine.
Oh, that's fine. Oh, so that's what you draw the line there. Like you're no longer in the same boat.
I'm leaving you behind.
I'm in the ocean.
What about you, Al? I'll let you take a step. But where do you stand in the dating pool? Like, do you agree with Adam to a point? Like, what's your dating
point,
style?
I think my dating style is I've been in a celibacy
Okay.
for 1.5 years. So I'm rusty. I'm rusty, but I'm opening back up to dating currently as we speak.
Oh, amazing! Then this is really well timed. Yeah, this is really well timed.
I think I am similar to you in the sense that I've got a lot to do. So if someone's staying over, shame.
Yeah.
Shame. It's usually downstairs on the couch. Like,
It's like I didn't disenjoy you, but we're just not there yet. So
my bed. I love my bed. Not even my sister can
Yes.
So stranger danger staying downstairs if they're sleeping over. My dating style has definitely evolved. Dating in Australia, dating in the NAM context, because you got to know what you're doing.
Yeah.
There's no playing around. There is no shared understanding of what dating is. Everyone is on their own plan.
Yeah.
I mean, self-fulfilling plan, which fair enough.
Yeah.
Get yours. Do what you gotta
absolutely.
do. But I really have to know what I want to get out of dating. So at this stage, I'm open to connecting with people, receiving, and being pleasured.
Amen.
And that's the thing, and I love that. The intention is so important. The intention is so important. There's so many people who don't know themselves, so they don't know what to give you in a relationship. The amount of times I've gone on dates with people and they were just mirroring what I was saying, and it only shows up when you've gone on like 3 or 4 dates with them, and like, you know who you are, but it's like, oh, how would you react to this thing? And they're like, oh, I don't know, how would you react to this thing? I'm like, no, that's not the question that I asked you.
Cute, nice try, Joe.
Yeah, and because the way that the world is melting faster than ever before, I'm looking for an apocalypse partner. Like, I need to know how you handle a crisis, because my ex, while a very lovely individual most of the time, could not handle a crisis. Like, the moment anything hit the fan, he was in a corner. Like, and I was like, oh God, now I gotta carry me and you through through COVID, through this tragedy, and it's like, you don't have to be me. Like, I love me, but if I dated me, we'd be fighting all the time. Because, like, you know yourself, and if we're the exact same person, you have the exact same strengths, exact same weaknesses. And it's a power struggle, unnecessary. Like, I like a compliment. I want someone to compliment me with an E, not an I. Like, yes, compliment me, say I look nice, but I want you to be complimentary to the way that I carry myself and move through this world. What are your values? Where do you see the world? Like, how do you see the world in 5 years? What do you want from things? And a lot of people don't know themselves, and I found that to be incredibly hard dating post-calling of my engagement, because dating in Australia before I got engaged was like a wee, happy-go-lucky fun time, because it was my first year as a backpacker, and very much like Adam, I'm just here for a vibe.
Yeah.
I escaped America because that orange motherfucker got in the office, and I'm like, this was all divinely timed. It might just be a year, so I want to absorb everything.
Yeah.
But then I got engaged, and I was here through all the lockdowns while engaged, and once the lockdowns ended and my wedding also got called off, it was like, well, I know who I am more so than ever, because I was in a 2-bedroom apartment with a cat stuck while the world was on fire, essentially. Literally, because Australia was on fire for the Black Summer, and then we got COVID, and then we got out, and we got in, and we got out, and we got in. And I was like, I know who I am now, but nobody else did. Everyone else was like locked in their doors. They were locked inside. They're like, I'm just trying to have fun. And they were like, I'm trying to fuck around and find out. And I was like, I don't think we have that kind of time. Like, you got 30 minutes? You got 30, yes.
Quick.
Yeah. So I think the hardest thing about dating was trying to find someone, like you said, everyone's on their own path, like trying to find a like-minded person. And in this instance, I ended up dating an American, which is hilarious, because why did 8 years later, I came all this way to date an American.
Sick.
But it is sick. But at the same time, let me defend myself, Your Honor. I've found that a lot of people who leave their country are usually a bit more well-rounded, because they were able to come here by themselves and like make something of themselves. Like, if dating Americans in America, hell. My longest relationship was 8 months, and I spent most of my adult life being fetishized or ignored. So there was never an in-between. There was never like, oh, let me get to know your character. Let me engage with you in a level that's similar. Like, everybody has all these options. All the apps are everywhere. You're either this vision of my head or you don't exist to me. So when I came here, I really feel like my dating experience started in Australia. And so kind of defining myself again as a 26-year-old adult at that time, being like, oh, huh. So there was so much that I needed to learn. So when I came here, a lot of my friends were expats. They were from Europe, they're from Asia, they're from South America. Anyone who wasn't Australian, because Australians are like this. They're hella cliquey. Like, these are my friends, these are my partners, this is where I am.
This is who I went to school with. And
Yes.
they were best friends.
I saw her shit in the tub at 3.
Yeah, we're getting buried next to each other. Like, there's no more room for new people. So everyone that I met were people from other countries, but they knew what it's like to be here alone, and that isolated feeling. And like, no, there was that extra effort for a stranger to be nice to me, because they know what it's like to be alone here. And dating an American as well, because he grew up in America, so like, he knows what it's like to be on your own space. Like, the way that Americans move when they're outside of America, absolutely different. So like, if this doesn't work out and would I date another American? Probably. Like, I'm not dating an Australian again, I can tell you that much.
Yeah, shame. Because
Like-
you were talking about how you were either fetishized or ignored. That's been my experience here.
Yeah.
That's been my experience with dating here until recently, when I decided to stop dating white Australians. Did my big ones. I did my big ones.
And you should say, I'm gonna turn it up. I was like, and that's gonna be a real.
No, because genuinely there's a lot to unpack, and because Australia, they keep saying this, is such a young country, but in the sense that the migration is a bit later on than other developed countries, and especially with the African migration being the last one, the interaction with black people,
Yeah.
she's a bit scary. She's a little bit scary.
Yeah.
It's either they're obsessed with black culture in the way that they understand black culture to be, which is American culture. So you're all this one grouping of people who are super cool and swaggy.
Yeah.
Do you feel?
Yeah. No, genuinely, yes. You speak on it, yes.
Well, the other part of it is, again, super racist. And that stems from the colonial settler history here. If you're dark, shame.
Yeah.
Shame.
It's absolute crapshoot. And like, that's the thing. When I first got here, there was still fetishization. I was still in that box, but it was slightly different because there was also a curiosity. Like, not a genuine, like, here, like, oh, was it? It was like people wanting to know me as a black person, not know a black person. Like, wanting to be like, oh, well, what was your experience like with this? Like, how are you finding Australia for this? Because again, so many people that I met in that first year, I was the first black American they'd ever met. And I'm like, well, yeah, we don't really come over here. Like, we don't... First of all, we don't travel like that. Like, one, opportunities are different because a lot of us live in paycheck to paycheck. The fact that I got out was a lot of divine timing, hard work, and just like being highly favored in certain situations. Like, I'm grateful for my opportunities to be here, but I know as hard as I worked, it's not someone can copy that exact thing and get the exact same result.
Yeah.
So it's just like there was blessings, there was luck, there was good timing, and there's people taking care of me that got me here. But I have so many friends and family who don't have passports, who have never left their own states, let alone left the country, let alone come to this side of the hemisphere.
Yeah.
So to be here and be like, oh, I've never met a black American before, like it was a lot more education than I wanted to be giving anyone that I was dating.
Y'all got time for that?
Not at all. Not even a little bit. Especially when I thought in the beginning when I was young and fresh, I'm like, oh, I've got a year, I can help out. People like 6 years, like, what do you want from me? Google exists.
My sister was on set with someone who didn't know what colonization was. And I just had to breathe. I had to breathe because what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Honestly, the religious education I do all the time when I'm on dates with people, like, people didn't know, like, the only religions they were aware of were Christianity and Islam. And I was like, oh, yeah, because I'm from Leicester. We have one of the biggest Diwali celebrations outside of India in the world. And they were like, what's Diwali? And I was like, what do you mean, what's Diwali? And they just don't know anything at all.
Closer to India than the UK, but okay.
Yeah,
There's
literally.
literally Diwali festivals here. Like, you have to put your head down and it's
Like, you know, there are some faiths that are a bit smaller in size. They're not as well known, which is fair, but these are major faiths in the world, like thousands, millions of people. So education in dates is getting crazy. I didn't know whether it was an Australian thing or just like an ignorant gay man thing.
No, they don't.
Yeah,
maybe it's both.
They're so dumb.
Yes. My sister and I were talking on the same.
Listen. Like when people say not all men, I'm like, but baby, there's a reason that people say men are dumb. As a man, men are dumb. As a man, I'll be saying dumb shit as well. But the thing is, like, I know even dumber men, which is like, y'all are embarrassing me. Like,
Did you just look at me?
No, I looked at the camera and I just been looking back and forth at both of you. But I mean, it's like, am I the problem? Realizing mid-episode that you're...
Now, good, I'm going to back your wrongs, don't worry.
I'm downloading Sniffy's right after this.
It's a web-based app.
Bookmark.
Solutions. Bookmark to home screen.
Right. There was never any real structure to the dating episode. I just kind of was like have that conversation. Is anything that you want to throw in? Because I know for a fact we could talk for years.
We could. This topic is so rich. I suppose the only thing I'd go back to is the fetishization. Because one thing I will say is obviously it exists in every country. And I find people are way more upfront about it here. So for me, it goes two ways. One, the racism is so underpinned in like, people are interested in me until they're like, oh, what's your mix? Like, if they think I'm Italian or Spanish or Greek, it's really exciting. And then as soon as I'm like, I'm half Indian, suddenly the conversation ends and it's like, the fuck?
Yeah.
Like, that
Did
is
you
real.
read No Brown?
I said no spice, well, I'm clear.
It's crazy because because they're the ones that message you.
Yeah.
And I'm like, do I just look really light in this photo? Like, what's going on? But then, if you meet in person and I say I'm half Indian, it's all cool. But the one thing I get all the time, which I never got in England, and it still freaks me out, in the space of a week, I had 3 people being like, I just love your nose.
What do they want to do with it? Like,
I don't know. Like, I was literally kissing this man in my old apartment, and he just stops for a second and goes, you have such a beautiful nose.
okay, Star is Born.
And that has never happened to me in my life before. Like,
Do you like it, or is it just off-putting because it's never happened before? Like, how do you feel about it?
well, I was kind of taken back at first, and I was like, I get really awkward, just generally with compliments anyway. So I'm like,
It's like, tell me about my feet.
slap me around the face to make me feel something.
Yeah.
No, now I'm indifferent to it because I expect it almost a little bit. Because she's beautiful. I got her pierced for a reason.
Your nose is beautiful, but were you bullied because of your nose back home? Is that what it was? Like, it's just a contrast. Like, are you fucking with me? So, like, when you say that, I like people with big ears. Like, oh, I like your ears. But if they were bullied for their ears, they may not take a compliment as such.
Yeah, so like for the longest time, like I was bullied in school for it, but then as I got older, I became very, very comfortable with how I look in my body, my skin tone, my background, everything. I'm very, very secure within myself now, hence the 5 days and a weekend. But it was kind of weird. I've just never been in that situation when there's such a negative to something and then suddenly it becomes a positive.
It's jarring.
Yeah, and I'd never experienced it in England either though. So like, I didn't know whether it was just like an Australian fetishization specific thing or whether it's just people are way more open about it here.
I can't speak for those people. I think sometimes, at least from my experience, I've had something similar to that. Growing up, I was made fun of for the way I spoke. 'Cause, like, I spoke like a white guy, like gapping my teeth, me being too dark for other black people. Like, there's so many times that I was just like always too much of something for someone else. And as I grew up, like I had braces, and then my retainer broke, and my gap came back. And when I was like crying to my mom about it, and my mom was just telling me that the power behind the gap and like the importance of it. So adding a positive spin to something that I've been bullied for years. So now it's my favorite identifying feature because how many other bitches got gaps like this? You're like, you lean into it, but I think those first few compliments you get, it's just like, well, what is this? Because are you fucking with me? Or are you making it like, oh, I love your nose, or is it like oh, I love your nose kind of thing? And like the way we receive compliments after going through traumatic things is always gonna be very interesting. So. How are you feeling about it now? Do you receive it well?
I think I generally take it the same way I take any compliment, where I'm just like, haha, yeah, I know.
Okay.
Just a little bit conceited.
And then people can't read it, it's like, are you awkward or are you like full of yourself? It's like, is it both? It's like, it's both.
It's awkward, I'm shy. Let's talk about something else. No, I take it well now,
Oh, good.
I'd say. It hasn't happened in a while, actually. Interesting.
I like your nose.
Thank you, I know.
I've actually heard that compliment being given to someone before, like a friend. And I didn't know how to react because I was like, wait, is that a thing that we say? In the sense that I'd never heard people compliment specific, like your eyes, yes, maybe your smile. But I'd never heard anyone say, I like your nose. So I didn't know what that meant. I actually asked for them to turn to the side so I could like understand.
It's like, let me just analyze it.
I need to understand what we're doing here.
Taking a picture straight to my doctor.
It's like, can I get that, please?
But I think it's so beautiful for people to find parts of ourselves that we might not be conscious of beautiful, like or recognize as beautiful.
That's so true, actually.
To sit with that and be like, oh, this whole thing.
I grew it myself.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, I grew up myself. So, like, just to make it a joke, because, like, you don't really know what to take of it. Like, I will always spin a joke out of it. I'm like, you know what? We're laughing today. So.
Because how do you tell whether it's a genuine compliment or whether it's like...
Yeah. I guess how well you know the person.
Yeah.
And I don't know anyone very well,
Yeah.
usually in those situations.
Yeah.
I just have to go on gut and energy and...
Which are good. They're going to take you far.
Yeah.
They take you really far.
You trust and believe it, and like, you know what? Yep. Sorry, I would love to stay, but my gut says no. You gotta run. So I volunteered for a project which essentially a web-based series where they're interviewing Black or people in the African diaspora in Australia. And like we've talked about racism from white people towards us plenty of times, but discrimination within each other. Intercommunity racism is what they're referring to it as. I don't know if that's the correct term for it per se, but just like experience that we've had within the Black community. Like for me as a Black American coming here, I've engaged with Africans who have treated me bad, like I don't know my history because I have no connection to Africa. And like there would be like identity crisis and things like that. But one of the topics is interracial dating and whether you feel pressure to date within your race or if you feel like you will get judgment for dating outside your race. I know you said you stopped dating white Australians. Do you feel better for doing so? Did you ever feel pressure to date within your race here, or how do you feel about that? Both of you, actually.
I'll start.
Yeah, go for it.
When I think back to growing up in Zimbabwe and South Africa, I can definitely acknowledge that the influence from the culture was to date within our culture. Having moved here to Australia, there is something so beautiful about dating and seeing people outside your culture. You learn so much about different ways of thinking, different ideologies, different ways of existing. And there is something so unique about NAM, especially about bringing all that difference. And if it's done right and it's underpinned by respect and mutual respect and curiosity, like a genuine, safe, non-extractive curiosity.
Yes.
It cultivates or it allows such an expansion of mind within Australia, but as if you were traveling to other countries. So it happens within Melbourne, it happens within NAM, but it's as if everyone is so locked in their individual cultures that it's as if that you've gone to each of those individual countries.
Yeah.
And I think that's so beautiful. I think that's so cute because a lot of people aren't assimilating or we're past the point where we're trying to assimilate.
Yes.
And we're holding on to our respective cultures and finding pride in that. So that means that when we interact, we're not trying to fit each other's molds. We're saying, this is what I got. This is what I know about. What do you got? What do you know about? And we're building something so beautiful together. The influence from home was to date within my culture. My grandma will still call me and be like, Zimbabwean man, do you know the population of Black people? You want me to go find?
Yeah, specifically, yeah.
Specifically. And it's so interesting because once you start unpacking a lot, you see a lot of flaws in your own culture and a lot of other cultures, but you also see strengths in that difference as well. So I think I'm very open to interracial dating. The reason I say no white people, no white Australians specifically, is because you have to know your own thresholds, right? I've done it. I've done the teaching and being like, this is what colonization is. This is my experience with race. If this happens, I need you to show up in this way.
Yes.
But it's a lot. It's really taxing for the individual. Whereas if I interact with other people of color, there's that innate understanding. They might not understand my specific experience, but they have more resonance.
Yeah, you don't have to explain. You don't have to explain why this upset you or like why this is not okay.
Yeah, and that's just easier for me. So I've opted out of the difficult option. I say, I'm watching one of my friends right now navigate interracial dating, and with a lot of queer dynamics as well. And every day it's something new. I'm like, I'm tired. I'm tired. You really have to have a lot of patience, but that's dating in itself, but it's a lot more intersections. Like I once dated someone who was Muslim.
Yeah.
And we'd just moved and I was super Christian at the time, like Roman Catholic background. And I was like, our love is gonna prevail. I was young. I was 19. I said, and my mom was like, but why? I was like, don't worry, I'm learning his culture. I'ma be a good daughter-in-law. I'm gonna respect the mother. I'm gonna put myself down. Now reflecting on it, I was like, well, hold on a second. Was I impressing myself in real time? Do you know what I mean? What's going on?
Pressure for love.
For the love that we have. It's so interesting. I actually want to ask you both what you would define love to be. either familial, friendships, romantic, what would you say love is for you?
Oh, I've got that one for sure. For me, like, to be loved is be seen, because I know myself, and like a lot of the times you'll be on autopilot, like I'm doing this, doing that, and doing that, and I'm the oldest sibling. I've always been like geared to like, you have to take care of your siblings, you have to take care of your people, and like I just love taking care of my people. And if you want to do love languages, acts of service is my thing. If you can do things for me, but not just do them, but you have to do it right. If you do it wrong, and I have to go fix it.
What's the point? Now we're doing double.
Right, now you didn't work, and now I'm doing work, and now I'm just mad. You thought you did well, now you look stupid. I'm trying not to be mad at you for doing it wrong. But like, to be seen, to know that how I do a certain thing, and for you to watch me do a thing, and then you're like, oh, I did this thing for you. I'm like, okay. So to be loved, to be seen. Everyone needs help. I always want help, but to sit down and articulate, I need this from you. And it's like, when I could have just done it. So if you know me, and if you watch me, if you see me, because I do that for other people. I'm like, oh, hey, your thing's here. I forgot that. And if you see me the same way you see yourself, you move like it's breathing, then I know in our relationship, I'm not going to be like doing stuff for you and doing stuff for me. It's like, we're just doing stuff for each other. We're like pouring into each other's cups infinitely, and no one's ever being drained, whatever chaos is happening. So like, that is my answer.
Yeah, beautiful.
I feel like for me, love is to just feel like home wherever it is. Like every aspect of a home is safety, sort of warmth, just support, like not knowing that you need things, but just knowing that they're there. And that relates to relationships or friendships. It's just knowing that you're safe. I feel like I definitely have some trauma on this, but I was always very alone when I was growing up. So for me, finding comfort and connection is so important. And I suppose stability. I find I'm very, not unstable, because that sounds so weird. I swear. This really is the intervention. No, I feel like I can be very fluctuating. Like I'm just very spontaneous, and sometimes I need grounding a little bit. And I find when I'm left to my own devices,
What do you do?
I fly too close to the sun.
Yes, you do.
So yeah, I feel like for me, like the idea of love is to feel safe and have a place.
That's cozy. Both cozy. Yeah.
Do you have an answer?
I do. Love to me it's an action. It's doing things, and it's doing things in commitment to the best version of someone else.
Oh, that's beautifully articulated.
Yeah, thank you.
No,
That's how I feel. So when I say I love you to my friends or anyone, it means I'm in commitment to your commitment to the best version of yourself.
I'm choosing
here
you.
with
It's
you.
it's an action verb. It's doing. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. So
Look at this.
love is I love love. I'm a big lover of love. I'm not gonna lie.
This is a lover house. This is a lover.
I love. Even strangers.
Yeah.
So much love every day.
I love seeing people in love. We're just like, like even if I don't get it personally, like their love may be some chaotic thing, but when you see they're happy and they see like they're getting it, I'm like, I love that, because like everyone finds their pieces that match together, and it's like, and it's beautiful. There's multiple pieces that can match to you for whatever point you are in life. So it's just like, it's never like, oh, I lost my soulmate when I was 22. I'm like, baby girl, there's 8 billion people in the world. There's no way that one bum from Croydon is your guy.
You don't get it. You don't get it.
You'll never understand me.
Sick.
A mess. Well, as we always say, the dating episode can go for 6,000 years. I forgot the camera's there half the time. It's like, and then what else happens? So like, y'all are getting so much of my side profile, but this is my good side anyway. So thank you, Al, for being here. I know it's not the last time you'll be here, for your support, for your help, and just for your general insight input. It's been absolutely wonderful.
Thank you for having me. I wish we talked more about Grindr, low-key.
Grindr episode?
We'll do a Grindr.
I think we gotta go into each of the apps.
Well, we gave Sniffy's her time in the sun. Up next, Grindr. Well, I think that's a pretty good way to stop. Until next time, I'm Ri'chard.
I'm Al.
I'm Adam.
And this has been Melanated in Melbourne. See ya.
This has been Melanated in Melbourne, a podcast that analyzes the Australian lifestyle from the lens of two Black American besties. Visit us at melanatedinmelbourne.com or follow us on Instagram to send us your comments or questions. Thank you for listening.